The UNI Varsity Men's Glee Club is one of the most beloved and active organizations at the University of Northern Iowa. Tonight, we celebrate the 61st anniversary of the Varsity Men's Glee Club, but truth be told, the Glee Club has been lying about its age. Yes, the Varsity Men's Glee Club was started in 1960. However, the full history of the Glee Club goes back further, much further. It all started in 1888. Two students of Iowa State Normal School, Charles A. Fullerton and his brother Robert, organized the ISNS Glee Club during the 1888 school year. It was just 30 years after the start of the very first collegiate men's glee club in America, the Harvard Glee Club, founded in 1858. The Glee Club was incredibly popular. Imagine a time before the internet, before television or radio. Entertainment options were few, and the Glee Club performed to standing room only audiences at every performance. In 1893, the name of the group was changed to the Minnesingers Glee Club. They were known for their spectacular performances at baccalaureate ceremonies, literary society presentations, and benefit concerts. The Minnesingers Glee Club sang as part of the program for laying the cornerstone of the auditorium building in 1900. As director of the Glee Club for over 30 years, Charles Fullerton welded the untrained voices of farm boys into a singing group which performed with skill and taste. Mr. Fullerton closed performances with an old favorite. He would turn to the audience and invite any former Glee Clubber present to come forward and join in the singing. The Glee Club suspended activity after the U.S. entered World War I in 1917, but was reorganized 4 years later by William E. Hayes.
Oh, the day was made for study, but the night for mirth and song. Let's all go down.
Professor Hayes directed the Glee Club from 1921 until 1941. Mr. Hayes led the group with great energy. Under his direction, the Glee Club presented benefit fundraisers for the Campanile and made tours across Iowa. Professor Hayes pioneered the use of recording equipment, which allowed the student to hear, by immediate playback, the sound of his own voice. At the spring concert in 1940, Charles Fullerton himself was present to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the club. However, adversity once again struck the Glee Club and the country. In 1941, the Glee Club suspended activity yet again, this time to fight World War II. Sadly, however, even after the war was won, the Glee Club did not return. When Charles Fullerton passed away in 1945, President Malcolm Price said, "Thus passes one of nature's noblemen." It seemed the excellence, tradition, and camaraderie of the Glee Club died with him. Men's choral singing at Iowa State Teachers College went silent, and a generation went by without the Glee Club.
We raise your banner to the sky. You and I.
The Glee Club was re-established on October 1st, 1960 by Dr. Leslie Hale. Dr. Hale took the job at UNI only after being promised by the university that he could start a men's glee club. He named his group the Varsity Men's Glee Club, and he was director for 14 years. Once again, the Glee Club became one of the most popular groups on campus. Dr. Hale introduced Brothers Sing On to the group, and the choral anthem is still performed on every spring concert to this day. In the 1960s, the Glee Club was truly a varsity group. Many early Glee Clubbers were athletes as well, representing every sport and every academic major at Iowa State Teachers College.
I wanted it to have a Studley sound to it.
Sure.
And, the very people I wanted, besides the non-music majors and the non-varsity, but I had the varsity, which gave it a cachet right off the bat. I mean, the audience couldn't wait to come and see our programs.
In 1974, Mr. Robert Burns became director of the Varsity Men's Glee Club. He led the group for 30 years. The Glee Club began producing the annual Christmas variety shows in 1978. In the year 2000, the Glee Club moved to the Great Hall of the Gallagher Blue Dorn Performing Arts Center. To date, the Varsity Men's Glee Club can claim more sold-out performances in the Great Hall than any other student or professional group.
Let every good fellow now join in the song. Viva la company! Success to each other and pass it along. Viva la company!
In 1980, Bob led the Glee Club on its first tour of Europe. The Glee Club became the first of any group from UNI to perform overseas. How many notes did you sing?
I sang 2 notes
And why?
because my voice sounds like I'm going through puberty.
For those of you who are watching right now, and this is your first year at Glee Club, this is what you have to look forward to. Beautiful singing and drinking some damn excellent beer. I hope you the best of luck. This is my last year. And brothers sing on, and brothers drink beer.
The untrained voices of farm boys who performed with skill and taste went on to sing in the largest church in the world, St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, not once, but 4 times.
Just think Wednesday, we've got to go back to JB Hall.
The Glee Club experienced adversity unexpectedly when Bob Burns suffered a major stroke. On May 28, 2004, Glee Club members and alumni gathered at the hospital in Cedar Falls and sang for Bob. As the men sang Brothers Sing On, Bob died. He was only 54 years old. An alumnus would later say that he had never seen more grown men cry in his entire life. It was Bob's goal that the UNI Varsity Men's Glee Club be one of the best choruses on the planet. Bob's commitment to the Glee Club will never be forgotten. Following the death of Bob Burns, Dr. Brad Barrett was named director of the Glee Club in 2004. Dr. Barrett led the Glee Club's first ever tour of Ireland, Wales, and England in the spring of 2006. He also led the Glee Club on a tour of Poland and the Czech Republic in 2008. Dr. Fred Kaiser served as interim director of the Glee Club for 1 year, starting in the fall of 2009. In May 2010, he led the Glee Club on the group's 16th European tour, including a 4th performance at St. Peter's Basilica in Rome.
Chris Klein, and this is Glee Club Tour 2010 news. Right now, we have an extreme situation right now with Ian Goldsmith in the field. Ian, Ian, can you hear me? Yes, Chris, I can hear you. I'm Ian Goldsmith with the UNI Varsity Men's Glee Club, and we have just arrived here at Pisa, where we just found out that the tower is falling over. Yes, falling over. Little did we know. Nobody seems to be in a panic right now, though. In fact, people are actually just even taking pictures and putting their hands up. I don't know. I can't tell if it's falling fast or slowly. But I think we have a native here. We have a native, sir.
The tower it falls very slow, but we still worried. The evacuate tower maybe tomorrow. No sure.
Yeah. So we can't tell if it's gonna take a couple thousand more years or today to fall over.
Could be any moment. Could be a couple millennia. We don't. How you say? People die.
Hail our Panthers, we are ever loyal, showing our strength and unity. As we rise, we firmly stand behind you, urge you on to victory. Rah, 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 as you lead us on to fame and honor. Fight, fight, fight will be our cry. To the yellow, oh, the purple and the gold, victory for you and I. You and I fight, you and I fight. Hail our Panthers, we are ever loyal, showing our strength and unity. Go Cats! As we rise, we firmly stand behind you, urge you on to victory. Rah, 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 as you lead us on to fame and honor. Fight, fight, fight will be our cry. Steel, CL, oh, the purple and the gold, victory for you and I.
Now, your father was a member of the Glee Club, went to Europe back in 1984. What can you tell me about what's it like to be the son of a Glee Club member and that experience?
Well, my dad told me a lot about it. I mean, as a little kid, I even wore the Glee Club sweater a lot. When I was little, I didn't know what it really meant. I didn't know the design or anything and what it really meant in his college experience, but he was really proud when I heard that I was going to UNI and I was going to be in Glee Club. He actually kind of teared up, which was really interesting and nice. I'm proud to continue the legacy of the Kleins here.
Alright, what we have to do is fly X-Wing right down this main path, fire proton torpedo right into the reactor core. It like shooting Womp-Rat, yes? On Tatooine? On Tatooine, yes. In Mos Eisley.
In the fall of 2010, a young man from Arizona arrived on campus. Dr. John Wiles came to teach at the University of Northern Iowa and has directed the Glee Club for 12 years.
The Christmas Variety Show is special for me because it's the only thing that I ever do where the audience likes it before they even showed up. And as soon as you walk in, you can feel that energy. It's fun for me because I'm always at the back of the line. And so I get to see the audience turn around and look for their favorite Glee Clubber.
Occasionally, like, you see someone that you like brought, that you're like, hey, buy tickets from me. And they're like, yeah, I'll come to the show. You see them in the crowd and you're like, oh my gosh, that's my best friend. And then they notice you, and then now you're smiling, and now they're smiling, and just like the energy just builds up.
Dr. Wiles grew up in a family with a rich Glee Club history. His father sang in a Glee Club, and his mother was that Glee Club's accompanist.
One of the real gifts about being at UNI creatively is that the Christmas show can have everything from sublime to ridiculous. And so random comedy is one of my favorite parts of the whole year because usually in a tired frenzy, I call an old Glee Clubber named John Preston, who is indeed 67 years old. And basically what we do is we talk on the phone about a random scenario and keep going until we're laughing. And when we're laughing really hard, we think, oh great, let's throw that on the show.
Welcome everybody!
My favorite part about random comedy is the spectacle of it. I like it when the guys dress up as animals, and I like it when we bring in 100 balloons at one time, or wild lighting, weirdo musical instruments. I like the spectacle of it. I think it has a real place in our show.
Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Oh, rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got home on the other side. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Oh, rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got home on the other side. See your went out in the middle of the field and saw an angel working on a chariot wheel. He wasn't so particular about the shape of the wheel. He just wanted to see how the chariot
What made you decide to come all the way from Beaman, Iowa to be here in near Reykjavik, Iceland?
We go to the ends of the earth for our boy.
Yes, and your boy is...
Clark Jack.
Yeah, and how do you feel about that?
We love him.
Dr. Wiles has led the Glee Club on tours of Germany, Austria, Spain, Iceland, Norway, Ireland, and Wales. A first ever tour of Vietnam was planned for 2020. However, adversity struck once again. The novel coronavirus put an end to group activities such as choral singing. Many choirs were forced to disband. Yet, in 2020, the Glee Club kept finding ways to lift up, inspire, and help make the world a better place. Overcoming the adversities of a worldwide pandemic, the group rehearsed in a parking garage, maintained social distances, and overcame all odds to offer a live performance.
Welcome to the first ever Glee Club Goat Rodeo.
With Dr. Wiles' leadership, the Glee Club created virtual online experiences and used the sales from their Christmas CD to give a $3,000 donation to the Northeast Iowa Food Bank.
With Mary we behold it, the Virgin of the kind, to show God's love aright, she bore to us a Savior, when half
Glee Club has just been such a positive point in my life that it has really made me want to be the better man than I was my freshman year. So it's been such a joy to not only work with Paul or George or all the alums, and especially Dr. Wiles. Dr. Wiles is a great man. Give him all the praise and joy that you can. So thank him, thank all the alum, and thank everyone for participating in such an honored tradition.
The most rewarding part is the students. Watching timid freshmen become overbearing seniors. Watching students who have great musical talent and some students who are unable to match pitch find a brotherhood together and create something that they couldn't create on their own. and to recognize that it's because of their own hard work. And my hope is that that's a kind of lesson that they're able to take on in life. Not just remember Glee Club with sentimentality and happiness, which I hope that they do, but that there is something that the Glee Club can help animate and help them flourish and help them remember that the worth that they felt in Glee Club is real and that they have made everyone's life better. And so that's been the most rewarding part for me.
So, how old is the Glee Club at UNI? How about 133 years old? That makes the UNI Varsity Men's Glee Club one of the oldest collegiate men's choirs west of the Mississippi. And we don't look a day over 100. The powerful strains of Brother Sing On have been sung from such amazing places as the summit of Mount Vesuvius in Italy, a glacier in the Tyrolean Alps, ancient castles in Wales, the deck of a ship over the tossing Irish Sea, and the Colosseum in Rome. The UNI Varsity Men's Glee Club has created unforgettable memories for generations. The Glee Club faces adversity with audacity. Since 1888, the spirit of the Glee Club endures. We hereby resolve to overcome any adversity and to never again forget the excellence, tradition, and camaraderie of the Glee Club at UNI. Through the power of music, the Glee Club shares a brotherhood that will never be broken. Thousands of UNI alumni share a bond forged by music in a true spirit of camaraderie as brothers in song. For as long as men continue to sing, there will always be a Glee Club at the University of Northern Iowa. Brothers, sing on. What has been the most rewarding part of your job with the Glee Club?
Probably the booze.
That's it. We're done. What would you say to an incoming student? Give me your sales pitch.
Join the Glee Club, you stupid.
Oh, that's definitely going in. We'll have to bleep you.
No.
In case you're wondering, the current Glee Clubbers are absolutely amazing. They've continued to recruit, sell tickets, have seminar, and find ways to lift up and inspire during a global pandemic. But, guys, we still have one more show to perform. Let's go!
Urge you on to victory, rock, 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 as you lead us on to fame and honor, fight.